Alright, welcome to episode 8 of my Heroes Only Challenge. Making progress. So in the last episode I had guys over here, so I have since come this way and are now headed this way. So what are some important things? First of all, you can see I've got a few builders cooking, because I love planting these fortresses, especially to get the mana stuff. So that's what's been happening. They did take my capital, which makes me sad, but that has been the plan. Over here, starting to do item forging. So they have the arcane item forge, and that will be the city's purpose. And my plan is to rush as much as possible whenever I have the gold. I just want to keep rushing stuff because there's a bunch of items I want, and most of my other cities are just sitting on generate mana, and sometimes I'll build a shrine and then generate mana, but not much more because I know they will eventually be overtaken because I'm not trying to defend them. What else? Working on Scorched Earth to apply to some of these things so that they're raised automatically rather than falling into enemy hands. This is my 4th hero, so I'm very pleased with the army recruits. So this was my 2nd join offer, Human Dreadnought, solid. And then I love Warlord, as we all do. Human Warlord, the medic fast healings, that aspect of this particular hero is not great, but otherwise I love Warlords because they're going to be the ones leading my army whenever possible because of their Blood Brothers for the spirit protection, which is amazing for undead, which all of my heroes and my entire armies are ghouls. Undead, so that is really good. And then they're also the 20% physical protection buff to the entire stack is also amazing, in addition to some of this other stuff like melee and defense command. So love building them up. Also, Last Stand is excellent, so I'm glad they started with that. So that's what's been happening there. Let's go backwards. Not very interesting, just spiders. Yep. I think this was kind of interesting. There's some interesting movement here. So you can see how I worked to split them. Peeks around the corner, so that will be good kill. So this guy's over here, getting up in their face. It's funny, it felt a little dicey, but the lifesteal is excellent, and I have a regrowth buff on from a shrine, so that helped me feel confident about what was happening here. Yeah, so pretty simple for that. I had another library battle at some point. I don't know if where was that other library battle? Did I capture it? Is this clear? It might have been that one. I may have to go back and show that one. That one was interesting too. So let's see. Is this the second one? That was the second one. Okay. Third one from the bottom, not interesting. 4th one from the bottom, easy peasy. This kind of be interesting to see because sometimes people worry about a lot of flanking. And so I handled that. So I just defended. So the timing was such that all worked out. So that's how that was done. I was pretty confident with that. That was pretty straightforward too. That was straightforward. Black Lightning I finished. Haven't really had the occasion to use it. This was pretty straightforward. Level 10 already on this guy. And the item, so I'm starting out with some life drain stuff, and I put Summon Slayer on it, since sometimes I can have, I've had trouble in past games with dealing with the summon, so I thought that would be the Slayer I would put on it, since I have one more point to spare beyond the life drain. This is a great ability. Nice +3. High morale, tireless, because the tireless boots with the life drain means that you can just plant them, and if you're not going against uber hard, people are getting flanked a lot through guard breaking or getting ranged attacked. They can just have life drain on with tireless boots, and they'll just chew through armies. And I'm making this person a tank. The 17, keeping that up, and the Guardian Flame, Inflict Immolation, Physical Protection, Hero Upgrade, which when paired with the Warlord's Physical Protection puts them up to 40%. So that's really, really excellent. What other item injury we got? We got a nice shield with the fire protection to help offset that. Well, the extra range damage +1/+1, not very useful. So that's what's happening with that. I am going to, so let's see, it was that one. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, I think there was a past battle, I think at this one, right? So it's not so far. I think this Lost Library clear was really interesting. So I'm going to pause the video and try and load a prior save around this turn and see if I can't play that for y'all, because it was interesting. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we're back. So I found the save was actually back in here many turns ago. I forgot. I don't know why I didn't spot this in the list, but when I was clearing this, passing through here, this was a really spicy battle. So I want to show you the splitting. It was much more interesting here. The splitting was absolutely essential. So you'll be able to see what I do here. And I have to be careful of the reanimator, because if they can cadaver up a dead body, and that can be very bad for me. So you can see how I'm splitting them, and the dispelled magic means some people are lagging more behind. So further splitting, trying to separate out just one unit ideally. That throw curse is super annoying, slowing the movement. But see, it's this cluster, so I suck them back a little bit more, and then I'm going to go one-on-one here, while the rest of these guys, this guy's going to get beat up a little bit when he gets pincered. Probably didn't need to throw the flank in that case, because throw the curse, because I just took so much damage. So in this case, I turn the corner, knock him down, so he does take a bit of damage here, but it was still a safe way to be able to do it. So this gave me the opportunity to raise Cadaver, and then I'm able to run off with this guy. This will give them some other target to approach, though of course they'll prioritize the hero when they can. So at this point, getting up in their face, slowing movement, because he's out over there, so I could sneak that in. And this was calculated, so I knew he would be fine. And then was able to heal up, which is good. It's really nice having, they love attacking cadavers, so it's really useful for that. So I'm able to do some additional healing up of units. And then putting them back here, really forcing them to overextend. They really hate overextended. So I just come like this. There we go. So now they've wasted their attack on the cadaver, and I can flank. I really love having the flying mounted unit. It made things a lot easier. So there you go. That's how that was done. So I wanted to show that too from several turns back. So yeah, this has been episode 8. I'll see you in episode 9.